if you have the opportunity to rule all of these sheikhs of Arabia, shuyukh in these tribes, let's focus on the sheikhs. If you have the opportunity to rule them like SAUD House, wallahi, if I was in their position, I would honor the memory of the majority of them. Honestly, there is a lot of historical stories about these tribes and sheikhs. Good, wonderful. How they were interacting with each other and with strangers. How they were generous. There was some, it is obvious that there was some bloodshed and problems when it comes to the territories. But the good things is more. Wallah. SAUD House took that and started humiliating the native Arabs. And they used the name of religion. Could you believe this? Humiliating and bringing a disaster in the reputation of the Ismailian. How dirty you could get. How dirty you could get. Wallahi al-Azim, I said no, this is enough. I saw that they are no longer gonna use the religion. And the way they use the religion is wrong, the way they use it. So I raised my voice, level, and then a higher level. No answer. And at the end targeted like others. The whole world needs to understand that this is a very dirty hidden occupation. They will never be convinced. You go talk to the royal family, you talk to the king, you talk to the prince of the areas, 14 area, province. They will never recognize, they look at you as a slave. They will try to adjust it in their mind and legitimize what they are doing. Either use religion, use secularism, even those who call themselves seculars and liberals. A central government, the tribal government is not. While they themselves work in a very horrible tribal way, stealing and raping the rights of the people there. He went into big dust to look what happened to his car. They are horrible people, they are not good. They are terrible. I'm happy for bin Thani. Al-Thani, look at Thani. In Qatar, he's the prince of the state. It's a country, a government. And Ibn Saud is ruling us like slaves. And bringing all sorts of humiliation. If you return back to the decades, the culture of the Ismailian, Arab. What honor? No honor on them. Ruling the desert. The sheikhs are all about killing. Like caveman. What is this? What is this? The names of the tribes. There is no need for it. There among them who came in the shura, in the government, Wallahi al-Azim in Saudi Arabia. Very important, considered VIP to speak. When did this happen? I'm not talking about late recently with Muhammad bin Salman. I'm talking about the area after 11 September and also at the 90s. They want to get rid of the power of religion, and they looked and they found the tribes. You need to work it both ways to be suitable for Satan agenda and to be a filthy racist. Both ways, religion and the culture. Sickness. Humiliating the tribe leaders, humiliating the nation culture, and creating fucking slaves. Freak slaves who are like these pimps. With due my respect to the prostitutes. Like prostitutes. Some prostitutes in our world, a lot, not some, unfortunately. Fuck 20, 30 times a day. They're fine. 10 times. She's fine. Create the humiliation, istimra' al-dhil. The crimes of SAUD House. The worst and the biggest crime, when it's come to the humanitarian level, is what they did to the Ismailian. Wallahi, it is the biggest crime. Nothing else. in the humanitarian level based on the understanding of the international laws right now, nowadays. Not to mention any religion and anything like that. The worst crime. What they did to the Ishmaelian is a crime cannot be forgiven. Wallahi, cannot be forgiven. And I am an evidence. I am a clean evidence that these people shouldn't be called human. All of these royal family. No, yes, Gulf State royal family are behind it. They are there neglecting the other Ishmaelians with the United Nations. We are with the United and with decade after decade. Each one of them is different from the other. This explains as well that some of them are hugely guilty, sometimes more than in some aspect than what Saudi Arabia have created. If you want to get rid of Saudi Arabia, if we want to get rid of Saudi Arabia, if you want to get rid of Saudi Arabia, just remember this point and don't you dare provide lies. And the one who deserves that land is the people of that land. And a lot of those who are not the people of that land, supporting occupation and with the invasion, they need to back off. Those criminals. Down to SAUD House, yes to the Ishmaelian rights and the rights in the Ishmaelian territory. الله يدمر الأعداء دمار ليس كمثله شيء ويفتك people of unjust ظلمة كذبة. ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين. ألا لعنة الله على القوم الكاذبين. Damn you, SAUD House. Damn you, every day you are worse than before.